Why is it so important to get up early? Some of you don't want it. That is why you ain't got it. I don't sleep when I am tired. I sleep when I am done. The average millionaire wakes up at 4 in the morning. So it started at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would start with my cardio, then I would have breakfast, then I would go to the gym, then I would go to work. Some of you have no idea what 4 in the morning looks like. Why would you not wake up at 4:30? Because you were too busy sleeping in. I'm pretty sure I wake up earlier than all of you. We do not sleep when we are tired. We sleep when we are done. Too busy hitting the snooze button multiple times. Excuses sound best to the person that is making them up. If we can really be honest, some of you do not even go to bed until it is almost 4 in the morning. If you can get up before the rest of the world is awake, before the enemy is awake, you get so much done. You are so much more productive. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Wake your ass up. They ask me, why are you up so early? Take responsibility to make your life happy. Awaken the beast inside. Wake up at 4 in the morning. I began to tell myself there must be a reason. When you have something to do, when you have someone to love, when you have something to look forward to, you get up in the morning. People who have something to look forward to do not need an alarm clock because they have a reason for being. If you want to have one of the best lives in the world, which is you live on your terms, you have to pay your dues to get there. You have decided that you are not going to allow your circumstances to define you. You have decided that you are not going to allow events, things, people, or life to determine who you become. You have a problem with your life. You have a problem with your environment. Do something about it. If you want more freedom in your life, you have to have more discipline. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. You decided that you are not going to go through life being a whiner, being a complainer, that you are going to take responsibility for what it is that you want to create. The greatest ability that God has given humankind above the animals is the ability to choose. I am not going to sit here and tell you that life is going to be Ron Howard happy days every day. It is not going to be that way. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to be the opposite. The enemy is going to throw everything he has in his toolbox at you. He cannot stop you himself, but his objective is to get you to stop you. This message is for the struggle, for all those going through trials and tribulations. People in this world are going to fool you, disappoint you, turn their back on you. The closest around you are going to give up on you. When things hit the fan, everybody is going to run. You will look around and you will be all alone. I'm just keeping it real with you because somebody out there needs to hear what I am saying. This is not a motivational video. This is life. This is no game to me. I know what you are going through, and I'm going to speak life into you right now. Nothing can stop you. God will never leave you nor forsake you, and that's all you need. There is a power inside of you that you can only discover when you are truly alone. Just as the waves on a beach shore come in and out, people will do the same. Relationships are like music, and you should never make music with anybody who does not understand, appreciate, and value your lyrics. Sometimes you just have to let these people go. You have to know your worth. Sometimes you just have to let these people go. You have to stop chasing people who do not appreciate you. Sometimes in this life, champion, you have to remind the world just who you are. And you do this by not telling them with your mouth. You tell them with your actions. You make your actions speak loud and proud of who you are. Do not let the world convince you that you are nobody. You are somebody who just doesn't know it yet. You hear what I'm saying, champion? I am speaking to the champion in you. Rise, champion. I am here to talk to you about compromising your life. When are you going to stop compromising your life for what everybody else wants you to do? It's your life. Stop trying to sit there and impress everybody. Stop trying to be everybody's friend. Stop trying to make everybody's day. If you want to do that, then you should give out lollipops and candy. But that's not what life is made of. That's not what life is about. Your life is about taking full advantage of your happiness, and it's just that. It's your happiness. Stop compromising your life for other people. Do not let anybody tell you what, where, or why you should love or like something. Just go out there and do it.
Stop compromising your life for people who really don't care if you succeed or fail. And that's a fact. You have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Go out there and tackle obstacles, goals that you want to achieve. Not your mom, not your dad, not your girlfriend, not your brothers and sisters, not your kids. You have to do what you want. You will not be a good father. You will not be a good husband.
You will not be a good wife if you are unable to love yourself. You have the same 24 hours that the billionaire has. You have the same 24 hours that the bum has. What are you going to do with your time? Enough is enough. I am sick and tired of it. Stop compromising who you are for everybody else. I am no longer shy, broken, weak, because you gave me belief. You can achieve anything you want because now you believe it. I am no longer a sheep living in disbelief. Disbelief that I am not great, that I am not strong, that I am not worthy of this greatness. I am amazing. I am phenomenal. I am capable of all things. So are you. Oftentimes, we let everyone indicating what is valuable in our lives. It is because of you I now see the light. You are a double force of nature. I even control my own destiny. I hold the pen that writes my own story. I come to you vulnerable. You give me armor that makes me invincible. You are no longer allowed to ask why. Why me? You now say, try me. This wisdom shall set you free. Free from the chains that hold your imagination, your greatness captive. Anything you put in front of me, I shall break down. I shall destroy. You have the power bestowed upon you to be great. You now have no excuse not to be great, not to be amazing. You own the gift of greatness in your heart. When adversity hits you, get back up. You are no longer weak. You are no longer misguided, shy, broken, lost, vulnerable. You are confident. You are focused. You are strong. You are invincible. Now you have the power. And this is why I come to you. Most people do not reach their dream not because of failure. Most people do not live their dream because they give up. You see, it is not the failure that stops us, but that most stopped at their first failure. Those who succeed do not stop at one failure. They do not stop at 10 failures. They do not stop at 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000. They say, this is my goal, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it. I will learn the lessons from any failures. I will learn faster. I will work harder. I will work smarter, and I will not quit until my dream is a reality. That is the difference between success and failure. Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. When you go to the gym and you work out, you are actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure because that is where the adaptation is. That is where growth is. Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed. They extract the lessons from the failure and they use that energy and wisdom to come around to the next phase of success. You have to take a shot. You have to live at the edge of your capabilities. You have to live where you are almost certain you are going to fail. The reason for practice is controlled failure. You get to your limit, get to your limit, get to your limit. You cannot lift that. You cannot do that until you get to the point where all of a sudden your body makes the adjustment, and then you can do it. Failure actually helps you recognize the areas where you need to evolve. So fail early, fail often, fail forward. Failure makes winners stronger. Failure makes winners hungrier, but it makes most give up. It makes most feel worthless. Winners do not enjoy failure, but they would never let failure stop them. Next time you encounter failure, you have to remember every great thing on this planet is here because the Creator learned what did work, but learned more from what did not work. When we're kids, we don't stop at failure.
When we first learn to ride a bike, it is failure after failure. We get knocked down time after time, but we get up and push forward so we can achieve our goal of riding the bike. But then we get old, and most of us get weak. We are too soft to get back on the bike. We come up with excuses. It must not be for me. No, you are just soft. No, you are just lazy. Tell yourself the truth. Get back on the bike, learn why you fail, and make sure you do not fall again. Make sure you are stronger for having the lesson. It's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure. Fail early, fail often, fail forward. Sometimes your life will not turn out how you plan it. It turns out how you work for it, how you wake up and chase that dream every single morning. It is what you give your time and your energy to that takes you to the next level. I witnessed the death of my mother, the death of my grandfather, the incarceration of my father, and still I stood. Because when I walked in those projects, I realized one thing: my dream never lived down there. Everything I ever dreamed of lives in the sky, and I must jump every single day to go reclaim what is mine, and that's royalty. Many of us believe that just because our father was a drug dealer and our uncle was a drug dealer, that that's our life and that's our forever. But I want you to know something. That is only a lesson to show us to be something more than what they thought we could be. When a family tree is dying, all you have to do is take care of the roots. If the roots are too dead to bring the tree back alive, you plant another one. Young king and queen.
I am sorry, but we live in a generation today where you are going to have to grow up right now. You are going to have to be phenomenal in everything you do, because everyone in the world is chasing greatness. What do you do when a man is going 100 miles an hour and you have not even started the engine yet? The best gifts come from the bottom. They say, "Will, why do you want to be great?" I want to be great for me. I want to be great so those project babies can look in the mirror and say, "I am too. I am special. That flower grew in the same streets that I grew up in. That rose rose up through the concrete, and so can I." It is the mentality. Roses can grow in the project if you take care of the soil. It does not matter how big the house is, baby. It is the love inside of it. Take care of your community. Take care of your brothers and sisters. Hold cowards accountable for what they put in your neighborhoods. Put your crown back on your head. Let the world know your name, king and queen. This means you have to work. This means you have to grind when they sleep. You have to grind when they will not. You have to grind even when you do not feel like it. And this in all areas of life: school, sports, your religion. Consistency is the tunnel to greatness. Consistency will turn an ordinary man into something he never thought he could be. I want you to look in the mirror, young kings and queens, today. As you are growing up with nothing and you are growing up without, I want you to look in the mirror and say these words: I am royalty. I am more than my generational curses. I am more than my drug addict father. I am more than my incarcerated uncle. No, I am not better than them, but I want to do better for them. I want to give my last name the legacy that will be remembered forever. That when people speak of it, people will smile automatically. This type of greatness I am talking about. When I die, they cannot even fit another body in the church because of what I gave the world. You see all these men standing on top of the world. You think they are special. You think they are everything. But you do not know what they did to get there. Are you willing to sell your soul for material things? Because right now we are losing the battle to the evil. And I am telling you, young kings, I need you to come back. I need you to come back to the kings and queens that I know you are as great citizens. Young kings that walk in the room with his pants pulled up. Young queens that cover her body and only show her face because she knows she is beautiful and she loves the skin she is in. I want to bring us back to that. I want to eliminate the NIGGA mindset and bring the king mindset, because that is what we were born of: royalty. Kings and queens, life is like one man standing on one single street. The Creator says, stay in your lane. If you stay in this lane, you will continue to ride. But if you pay attention to all the other cars, you will crash. Do not pay attention to the next man. Pay attention to the best man. The best man is whoever you believe he is, because the mind has power. Your mouth and your words have power. I became a speaker by walking into a school after having suicidal thoughts, ready to blow my brains out. I wanted to give some children something that they could take forever, something that could last forever, something that could push them to the next level. And then I wanted to die. But God did a funny thing when I walked out of that school in Reading, Pennsylvania. 5 minutes walking down that street, I got a phone call. They said, Mr. Hollis, how much do you charge to speak? That was the day my career started. Since then, I have done nothing but speak. Since then, I have paid every bill with nothing but what I make from what I speak. Since then, I have had a meal every single night. Since then, you get my point. God is amazing. I thought it was about time that somebody came to the world and gave people true words. Not just talk to the people with the big wallets and the big purses. I'm talking about the people who have nothing. I'm talking about the people who can barely get cough syrup and barely feed their babies. I'm talking about the mothers left alone. I'm talking about the fathers just lost that never had a father and had a baby and still don't know how to be a father, and they're called a deadbeat every single day. The thing about this world, they believe that you can just vanish somebody into something. But I want you to know something. When God put his hands on it, you cannot vanish anything. Because that's the same man that turned dirt into man. We tend to forget these things. We tend to forget how extraordinary our Father is. You have powers, and you are like him. You have to awaken that power. You have to bring it to life and show the world that this is real. People always ask me the question. They say, Will, when have you found what you love to do? I say you have found what you love to do when it becomes easy to you and amazing to the world. I hope you are listening to me today, because I am giving you my heart. I am giving you my soul. I am giving you what they call real motivation.
I will never come to you kings and queens with lions, tigers, and bears, because I am not a lion, tiger, or bear. I was born in the jungle, though, and we made it out. Because you know what they say about real lions. We take over the pack and we lead it. That is the thing. We have a lot of lions out there in those neighborhoods. Drug dealers, killers, whatever you want to call yourself. I want you to know, King, you are special. You were misguided, but you are special. I know you grew up without a father. Your mother left you, and nobody ever loved you. Nobody ever told you that you could be anything, and you believed it. But I want to tell you this. You are phenomenal. You are a king. You come from royal blood. You stand on the tip-top of pyramids. You are royalty, king. You are light. You are a star. The question is, do you believe you are? Dale Carnegie said most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. Arise, champion. Perseverance transforms average, everyday people into world champions. The key to victory, the key to success is never giving up. In order for you to do that, arise, champion. You will need a strong why to prevail, a strong reason to keep going. The more difficult your obstacles are to overcome, the more you must keep your reasons for succeeding in front of you. Vince Lombardi said the difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but a lack of will. Success is not about how you look on the outside. Arise, champion. You might be like a Lamborghini, mean and clean everywhere you go, but I am interested in what is under the hood, because that is what really matters. When life hits you with that brick and you get knocked down on that mat, I'm talking to the Ronda Rouseys of the world, the ones that have been knocked down once and twice. Everybody out there is calling you a failure. Everybody out there is saying it's over. What are you gonna do? Rise, champion. I don't even think they should be able to call you a champion until you've been beat.
because even losers keep going when they're winning. But when you get hit with that brick and you're on that mat on your back, rise, champion. Then we separate the cream from the crop. Only when you are down 25 points on the biggest stage like Tom Brady and you come back can we call you the greatest of all time. Abraham Lincoln said, "I am not concerned that you have fallen. I am concerned that you arise." Champions make adjustments, not excuses. Get up. The ground, the mat, being on your back is no place for a champion. Get up. Arise, champion. Now you're at the crossroads. The decision you make now will ultimately define your legacy. I am speaking to the Tiger Woods of the world. Loss, setback, heartbreak, and disappointment will try to disguise themselves as failure, but it is all a lie. The way of the warrior. Champion, arise. Get back up. My spirit cries. Fear dies, choked out by the scream. The desire to climb and live out my dream. Take it for the team. Discipline reigns. I want it too bad to listen to the pain. I am a winner. To God be the glory. Tragedy, setbacks, an inspirational story. Many before me gave up and quit. Acted all bad until the first time they got here. But blood doesn't scare me. I fear not death. Whatever it takes, champion, to be the best of the best. I was made for war. I cry out to heaven, blessed and unstoppable, an immortal legend. Climb, I say, the unclimbable mountain. Kicking and punching, I just keep on pounding. Because I am a warrior, and that's what we do. I am Billy Alsbrooks, blessed and unstoppable. To God be the glory. Now stand up, right now. Look at yourself. Say it out loud. I am royalty. I am a warrior. I will not quit. I will get up early. I will work when they sleep. I will fail and fail again, and I will never stop. Now do these 3 things. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and write "done" in the comments, because the old you is done. The sleeping you is done. The compromising you is done. The new you starts now. Go, rise, conquer.